Hello sillies, I'm D the Dot. This video isn't really like anything I've done before, but I definitely want to do more videos like this. Today's topic is not based on any one specific event, more like something I see commonly occur in the art community, and that something is art style drama. If you're unfamiliar, an art style is a style based on art with similar characteristics, making art by a certain artist very recognizable. So for example, if you see this big collage of a lot of my art pieces, they all look kind of similar. But first and foremost, thank you for supporting me financially! To Random Epic Cake and Gamer Cat for being members of my Ko-Fi in the Silliest Cat tier. You guys are amazing, I really appreciate that support. If you want to receive a shout out in the next video, you can leave a super thanks in the comments, donate to my Ko-Fi, become a member of my Ko-Fi, or boost my Discord server. Without further ado, let's hop on to the topic. First up, I'm going to talk about the labeling of art styles and why that can be problematic. Naming art styles is a relatively new thing commonly seen on TikTok and Pinterest. It's all about seeing a bunch of art with similar features, noticing the similarities, and categorizing all of those things under an art style with a label. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of things I don't like about art style culture, but labeling art styles is possibly the stupidest thing in my opinion. The most infamous of labeled art styles is called jelly art. There's no one creator of this style of art, but it's pretty common nowadays. People saw the style from some artists who drew similarly, decided to take inspiration from that art style, and as it spread, it somewhere along the way got named the jelly art style. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the jelly style because the art is commonly stolen and reposted without credit, which causes false accusations to anyone who actually makes art in this type of style. But I'm not really here to talk about the drama surrounding that one specific style of art, I'm more so here to diss the fact that it was labeled. I don't think there's anything wrong with giving an art style a name just for fun, but when it becomes a strict style with specific things that need to be included, it completely destroys the whole purpose of art. Another thing I don't like about labeling art styles is because someone will have their own art style and then get people commenting about how it is a certain art style. Also commonly, I'll see someone commenting under art posts asking what the name of the art style is. Putting labels on an art style, especially if you're not the artist of this style, is just really limiting and kind of boxes people into a specific set of rules for some reason. I just think that's very lame and it takes away the freedom of art. Labeling art styles is also pretty much a free invitation for art style theft, which is the next topic of discussion. Art style theft is yet another thing that I think is extremely stupid. If you didn't know, your true art style that you draw in regularly derives from things you grew up with, things you surround yourself with, and things you personally like to see in art. Because of this, it's impossible to make an art style that's completely unique. Take a look at my art style. Some of my biggest art inspirations were Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Owl House, and various Pinterest artists that I think are super neat. It's not like my art style is insanely unique. I think it's pretty clear to see where parts of it are influenced by other things, but it's still its own style. You know a great way to practice your art and develop a style of your own? An awesome program that I've partnered up with called ArtWad. ArtWad has fantastic art tutorials in a more fun, interactive, gamified way. You follow video or read instructions and then practice right off the bat with their built-in drawing feature. I'm working on the figure drawing course, relearning the basics of form, and honestly, these are the best, most easy to understand, and nicely broken down instructions to learn how to do this. Seriously guys, this hand tutorial just saved me. ArtWad is a great way to improve for anyone looking to draw more often. Whether you're a complete beginner or pretty advanced, it's a fun experience and has a nice variety of courses to follow. And I just recently discovered they have a little practice tab, and there's an option for like a random prompt with like a speed draw thing, and I love doing this, it's very fun. This theme was Robot Frog, I didn't do very well, but that's besides the point, it's still very fun. I genuinely recommend ArtWad. If you want to check out ArtWad, use the link in my description or pinned comment for 30% off premium plans. Thank you so much to ArtWad for sponsoring, and let's get on with the video. Now that I've explained that no art style is completely unique, I hope you can see what I'm trying to say. Art style theft is way too exaggerated in this community. People can see one thing that's similar to someone else's art and immediately throw hands, accusing someone of stealing someone's art style. Guys, people get inspiration from other artists. Of course their art is gonna reflect their inspirations. However, this isn't to say art style theft isn't a thing at all. There are definitely cases where someone is clearly just copying someone else when every single feature of the art style is the same. Labeling art styles reinforces that genuine art style theft, because if you label one single artist's style, people will draw in that labeled style, believing it's a category of art, when in reality, the original artist may not want people to draw in their style. I actually have an alternative art style that's labeled and everything, and that is my Silly Cat art style. I use it to make my webcomic Silly Cats Co., my YouTube mascot Woobert, and other doodles occasionally. If you're wondering, it's totally okay to draw in the Silly Cat style, I really don't mind. Just please credit me somewhere if you post it. Now that we've covered the basics of art style drama, I want to focus on art style culture in general. A lot of artists really stress over finding an art style. I've gotten tons of comments asking how to find their art style, how to change their art style, etc. And the reason I haven't really answered this question is because I think you shouldn't have to find an art style at all. If you just draw and draw and draw and practice, eventually your art style will develop. Of course, you can change anything about your art style at any time, try out some different things. I went through a long phase where my art looked like this, and it was very forced. I purposely wanted to try out a more cartoon-focused style. And while it was fun for a while, it really stunted my art growth and limited me. So I decided to stop forcing myself to draw like that and return to how I drew before, while practicing some new things. And now I'm better at art than I've ever been. So long story short, don't find your art style, let your art style find you. And don't stress so much about having an art style, because none of your pieces should look exactly the same. And art is the most fluid, spectrum-based hobby ever. You can do anything. Don't focus so much on labels. At the end of the day, art styles are dumb and overrated, and you should stop caring so much. Perfectionism is a monster, and once you learn how to abandon that and just embrace art, you'll improve faster than you ever have, and have time to do so much more. I would love to do a whole guide-esque thing about how I escaped perfectionism, because I can very much tell from comments I've read that all of you guys are a bunch of perfectionists. Anyways, that'll be it for this video. Go check out my merch, it would mean the world to me. And that's all. Bye, sillies!